How is it going then, everybody? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA Analyst. Today, we are going to be teaching you how to attack on FIFA 20 with our complete attacking guide part 1. We have also done a complete defending guide part 1 as well, so make sure you check that out if you want to know how to defend. But today, this is all going to be about attacking what you need to do. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. We're going to break up some certain bits of gameplay and talk about everything that we need to talk to you about to hopefully get more goals in FIFA 20. The first point is going to be breaking the back line. So this is basically where you are looking at sending a runner in behind. Doesn't happen that often on FIFA 20 because of drop back, but it is something that we do want to look for. Now, how are we going to do this as a FIFA player? You can have your instructions on getting behind on your quick striker, let's say Mbappe. As we look for the near post here, we will look at finishing in a little short while. But what you can also do is you can use the L1 on PlayStation or the LB button as you are running or when you are playing a pass. You can see we've got the ball here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the pass by pressing L1 down into the man in the middle of the pitch, and I'm going to send him to run in behind. What this means is that if we wanted to play the pass back to him, we've got that runner breaking the back line. Why is this so crucial in FIFA 20? The more runners you've got running against that back line, getting in behind, it makes it difficult for the opponent to defend. He's got multiple people to keep an eye on. Here, we're trying to bring this defender kind of into me because I'm going to play that 1-2. He's either got to drop back and trap the runner or he's going to come to the ball holder, whichever one. He goes to the ball holder. We had the pass on. I messed it up. I didn't mean to do the skill move, but we didn't do that anyway. We get into this example here. Again, talking about breaking the back line. You can just see the pace. We use a little bit of dribbling, lay the ball off to the Lucas Moura. Breaking the back line is one of the best things that we can look at doing. Even when people play drop back, if they're on the edge of the box, you can still find it. You can also use your centre mids and your left back, your right back to come through and make these overload runs. Think about Ruud Gullit, for example, one of the best players on the game for the simple fact that he can do that. Us sending the Mendy on the run here has actually pulled the Vidal over. So now we broke the back line with the Mendy, but also it leaves space kind of in that centre attacking mid role for your centre attacking mid, your striker, to have a little bit of room. As you can just see here, Vidal's come over, the right back's being occupied by the Mendy run. We are now going to use the L1 pass for a simple 1-2 if that's what we want to look for. It's so easy to do this, but you've just got to make sure that you get people involved, your centre mids, your right back, your left back, and you create this overload to kind of go through on the defenders. One of the more difficult things for people to defend in FIFA 20. So crucial for you to do, so make sure you do look at doing it. You can also hit people on the counter attack. With the back line, you can play the ball quick, you can play the ball patient. One of the things with FIFA 20, obviously as a whole, we want you to be patient. You know, the game is very slow. It isn't very often you go from defense to attack and score a goal very quickly. You can see here, I'm thinking I could go down the byline. I've not really got much space. Well, I've got the space, but I haven't got the pace. One thing I'm going to say here is, we did this kind of with attacking and passing as a whole. You want to play the way you're facing on FIFA. If you play behind you and you're facing this way, passes are unsuccessful most of the time. Sometimes it goes through. As you can see here, Mbappe's facing the other way. What are we going to do as the FIFA player? We're going to do a little skill move to turn around and play this Laurent Blanc, who is making that run in behind the back line. He gets through, and then we look for the R1X. A little bit lucky to go through there, if I am honest, but it does find the way to do it. So again, just keep it nice and simple. Play the way you're facing with that. Now, for you to break the back line, you need to initiate the runs yourself. How are you going to do this? You can tap the L1 button or the LB button on Xbox in the direction of the player you want to run. Here I wanted Saint Maximin to run. I tap L1 in the direction of Saint Maximin. To get him running, he breaks the back line. We come for the swept back. Instead of looking for the near post, which most people would here, we decide to do a first time fake shot, which we'll talk about in a minute, and then go onto the opposite side. Just to, again, try and keep that defender kind of guessing on that front as a whole. So you can just see here, we've noticed that little bit of space. Nice little through ball into there with the triangle. You only, when it comes to attacking as well, you only want to be sprinting, by the way, in this sort of example here. When you've got places to run into, you've got the space. When you're in the middle of the park and the defence is in front of you, don't sprint, just normal dribble. If you haven't watched my dribbling video, I'd highly recommend watching that. A lot of people here may go for the finesse. If the keeper wasn't running out, I'd go for the power. If the keeper is running out, you can look for the finesse. However, I think the ball roll is the much better option in these finishing scenarios, in these one-on-ones, the ball roll is so easy for me to go ahead and get the goals. If you haven't watched my one-on-one video, I'd recommend that one as well to have a look at that in more detail, and we will cover it in future videos as a whole for you as well. Guys, if you are enjoying this video, please do let me know by dropping that like button. You can subscribe to the channel. We do upload every day at 5 p.m. There is 75% of you that watch these videos that aren't subscribed, which is absolutely mad, and you've all seen more than one video. That's one stat that we're kind of seeing here. You probably watched more than one. So subscribe if you enjoy it. Also, we do stream every single day at twitch.tv/FIFA Analyst. Head on over there if you are interested. So then, our next point we're going to be talking about is byline play. Getting down the wing, looking for the cutback, attacking down the byline. Something that you guys don't do as much, and there's a reason for that, because attacking AI is a little bit dead this year. They don't make the runs that you want them to, but we're going to talk about how you can do that and how you can actually get the best possible success from it. So you can just see here, team shape is pretty solid from him. There's not really too much there. He's kind of as he wants. Again, we're using the Tonali, breaking the back line, as we've just spoken about, getting in behind. Tonali makes a run for us. We send him down the line. Now, when you are running down the byline and you think about the wing play, always have a look at the defender and your player. This is Tonali here up against a defender. I don't really think the pace is there, so I'm going to look to come back inwards. I don't actually come back into this space very often. It all depends on the scenario, but it isn't something I do a massive amount of. I do normally tend to attack the byline. Now, the reason for this is people don't expect you to go there. Everyone expects you to go for the cutback. This is what I want you to do, though, when you do go towards the byline. You can just see we get down, we get into a really good position. Van Dijk is blocking this pass. This pass does not look on. What do I want you to do here? I want you to do a double tap X or a double tap A. Literally tap the pass button twice. It lost the ball in the air ever so slightly. And the reason and why we want to do this is because when there is a defender in the way, if you play a ground pass, it would get intercepted. You can see here, if I play a ground pass here, he's probably going to intercept it. The double tap pass, don't ask me why. It just doesn't get intercepted as much. It has a lot more of a success rate, a lot more of a chance of finding the man and just hit it on the volley. That is one of the best things that you can do as well. So when you do get towards the byline, again, don't sprint, just dribble kind of into the box. You can look for the cutback if you wanted to use a drag back and come back inwards, you can do, or you can look for that sweat, as I said as well. It's all about having a bit of versatility when you come down the byline. Don't always run directly to the byline towards the box. Sometimes cut back and look for the man on the edge of the 18. That can work for you as well. Sometimes you just want to try and do the defender that you're up against on a one-on-one. It's all about having the different forms of attack when you are looking at it as well. If you always run towards the byline, defenders start to realize this is how he attacks. He's just going to do this every single time. But you can just see there, instead of going back upwards, we decide to do a heel to heel into the byline, which not as many people expect. And that is kind of how we go ahead and grab the goal there, which was good stuff indeed. Going in that sort of route, you might be looking in the comment section, you'll probably see a few people going, oh, you're sweating it, you're such a sweat. It's a really effective way of scoring, all right? If it's a way to get a goal, it's a way to get a goal. You want to be able to make sure that you are scoring goals, and that is one of my biggest advice. Make sure you do go down there. As I said, even there, expects the cutback. We just carry on running, nothing special. Defender absolutely done from it, nice and simple. Use the pace. When you are using wingers as well, guys, you want to make sure you have got people that are quick. You can put Mbappe out on the wing. You know, you want Mane. Neymar's not much of a winger. Messi's not much of a winger. You want proper wingers on the right, attacking mid, left attacking mid, left mid, right mid, whatever formation it is that you're playing. You can also use the R1X and the RBA. Talking about unpredictability now. So this is going to, as a whole, is going to be like skill moves and just being able to not make your play style predictable for the opponent. So what do we want to do here? We want to do things like first time fake shots, drag backs. You can see here, balls coming through. If I take a touch, he might be able to switch to the centre back and get the tackle in. So we go for the first time fake shot. Skill moves video up above. Watch that if you haven't for a more in-depth analysis of it. First time fake shot into that direction. It gives us a little bit of a speed boost, which means we can break away from the defender really effectively, and then we can just pop the ball in the back of the net. That is always the best thing that we can look at doing. What I want to show you here, though, is that a lot of people will look for the near post, adding that extra little bit of composure. Both defenders are going to go that way. So what are we going to do? We are going to do the drag back into this downwards direction to make sure that we do the defender. He's going to commit up that way to cover the near post. Pretty much everyone will do, if I'm honest with you. We all know the near post obviously is so strong. Say if that was Neymar, I may have gone for the near post finish on the 5-star weak foot. Because it is Mbappe with a 4-star weak foot, knowing your players is key. I don't fancy the chance on that. I do the extra little bit of thing to do that. Again, prioritizing being unpredictable. We could look for a scoop turn. We could look for a drag back. I do talk a lot about near post finishing. It's one way that I want you to finish. When you're inside the box, 9 times out of 10, near post, 2 bars of power, 2.5 bars of power, depending on the distance, will do you in absolute wonders. Outside the box, most of the time is when you're going to look at finessing it when you're going across goal. But that's a conversation for a different day. But the near post, that's what we prioritize there. We do the drag back. Again, if you've not seen the skill moves video, make sure you watch that to get more of an idea of how we do that and to just be that little bit more composed with that unpredictability. Now, the last point we're going to be talking about today is finishing. How do we want to finish? I've kind of briefly just said it. We want to look for the near post, but also the key thing is that when you are one-on-one with a keeper, ball rolling is going to be your absolute lifesaver. Absolute lifesaver. Don't go for a chip. The finesse can work. If the keeper stays put on his line, you want to look for the power shot. If he comes rushing out, the ball roll is more effective for me. You can fake shot past the keeper, or you can finesse it. But for me, you want to make sure you're trying to take that keeper on. You're trying to make sure that you're getting past him, and having an open goal reduces the risk of you messing up that one-on-one. You do have to be nice and calm and composed, but it is the best way for you as well. Remember when I say, guys, attacking is very slow on FIFA. People do play a slow pace style, but you need to make sure that every third or fourth attack, up the tempo a little bit. Use the L1 passes, use the LB passes, get the right back involved, get the left back involved. Take the team from midfield to attack. Laurent Blanc making a brilliant run here. Don't just rely on your striker, your 3 cams, and that's it. You will not score goals that way. You have got to do more to make it harder for the defender to keep track of all these different little runs that you may have. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please let me know by dropping a like. Thank you all for the support on the videos recently and the Twitch streams. It's been absolutely insane. We are pushing now towards 50,000 subscribers on the channel. Absolutely crazy. So thank you so much for that. And as a reminder, we do stream every single day on twitch.tv/FIFA Analyst. So if you have any direct questions, anything you want answering, that's your best place to come over and you can ask away in there. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support. Take care. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.